Good evening and thank you for joining us. Cathay Pacific reported a second consecutive year of net profit, reaching around $9.9 billion in 2024. However, the airline's low-cost carrier Hong Kong Express posted a steeper decline of $400 million. This as the flagship carrier noted the tense relations between China and the U.S. will not have a major effect on the company. Cathay further said it is looking into possibly expanding its fleet by purchasing the domestically produced C919 and C929 aircraft. Timothy Lee tells us more. Last year, the Li Ka-shing Foundation introduced 3 pioneering histotripsy devices which allowed non-invasive treatment of liver cancer. 2 of the devices were donated to the city's 2 medical schools and the other to a private hospital. But the devices received by the 2 medical schools were not put to regular use and later moved to 2 private hospitals. That means all 3 histotripsy devices are now available only at private healthcare facilities. Starting March 24th, patients at public hospitals and clinics will receive a maximum of 24 weeks' worth of prescribed medicine at a time. This as the hospital authority is taking steps to reduce medication wastage. Pakistani security forces said they have rescued 155 hostages and killed 27 terrorists, a day after a train was intercepted and hijacked by armed militants in the southwestern province of Balochistan. It was reported that the driver of the train and 9 police officers died in the attack. Danny Zhou has the story. A source told Reuters that a plane carrying former Philippines leader Rodrigo Duterte to the International Criminal Court has taken off for Rotterdam after being delayed by a few hours during a layover in Dubai. U.S. President Donald Trump's 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports went into effect today. This as Trump reversed course on Tuesday afternoon on the pledge to double tariffs on steel and aluminum from Canada to 50%. Just hours after announcing the higher tariff, rapid-fire moves scrambled financial markets. The switch came after a Canadian official also backed off his own plans for a 25% surcharge on electricity to the U.S. Tracy Furness has more. And still ahead. Welcome back. Greenland's pro-business opposition Democratic Party, which favors a slow approach to independence from Denmark, has won the island's parliamentary election. The vote was dominated by U.S. President Donald Trump's pledge to take control of the island. Daniel Rao tells us more. The U.S. will take a 30-day truce plan to the Kremlin after thrashing out an agreement with Ukrainian officials in Saudi Arabia. U.S. President Donald Trump vowed to end the war, and this is the nearest the 2 sides have come to a ceasefire since the conflict started more than 3 years ago. David Garrett reports. 3 men were arrested on suspicion of burglary at Hong Kong Disneyland. The trio allegedly broke into the park's warehouse to steal 18 boxes of electronic equipment. In 2024, the country's Ministry of Culture and Tourism rolled out the action plan for the innovative development of smart tourism. The blueprint aims to buoy the development of immersive experience spaces in the country's cultural and tourism sites. With that in mind, a department store in Beijing has set up an art hub fusing traditional Chinese art with digital technology. To sports, Paris Saint-Germain advanced to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League after beating Liverpool 4-1 in a penalty shootout. It was a disappointing end to the campaign for Liverpool, who had finished top of the league phase of this season's revamped tournament. However, the runaway Premier League leaders can bounce back and collect their first silverware of the campaign should they beat Newcastle United in the League Cup final on Sunday. Riyad Mahrez scored twice in 6 second-half minutes as Al Ahly beat visitors Al Rayyan 2-0 to win their AFC Champions League elite round of 16 tie 5-1 on aggregate. And that's the news. Thank you for watching.